Hello everyone, my name is Rosa and this is Yoga by Rosa. This is a little sequence to do in the morning, requested by my little brother. Probably the last time I record in this house with this yellow wall. I probably will get another yellow wall in my next house, so that's okay. And just let's begin. And this practice I would like to begin in Tadasana, mountain pose. You can step your feet hip distance apart, or maybe you prefer to bring your big toes to touch and your heels slightly apart. So this is more traditional, but for some people this works better. It's totally fine. But you can stand at the front of your mat. I will stand in the middle of the mat so you can see me. And then you can close your eyes, ground down through your feet. Maybe there's a slight bend in your knees. Your tailbone is under the spine. Your lower belly is in, slightly in. Relax the shoulders. Your chin is slightly in and the crown of the head is reaching towards the sky. You can relax your arms alongside the body. Then face your palm of your hands to the front. Spread your fingers wide. Relax the face. And breathe. And bring your hands in front of your heart into Anjali Mudra, prayer position. And set your own intention for this day. Bring your hands in front of your forehead. Then, if you like, you can open up your eyes, and with an inhale, we raise up the arms. Interlace the fingers except the index finger, so they're pointing upwards. And then with an exhale, you bend to the side. Your hips going to the other side. Inhale to the center. Exhale, side bend to the other side. Inhale to the center. Now bend your elbows, open up your heart, bring your heart forward. Inhale to the center. Exhale, fold forward this time. Then inhale, come halfway up, halfway up. The crown of the head is reaching forward. And plant your palms and then bring your right foot back. Bring your right knee onto the mat, toes flat. And with an inhale, come up. Make sure the left knee is on top of the left ankle. Maybe you add a back bend to go back with your arms, your heart open. And plant your palms, bring your left foot back into a plank pose. Check your postures, your heels are reaching backwards. Hips are low. And then with an exhale, you're coming all the way down. Toes flat. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, toes under. Come back to a downward facing dog. Then inhale, bring your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, plant your right foot next to your right thumb. If you need more steps, that's totally fine. Bring your left knee down, toes flat. Inhale, arms up. And again, maybe you add a back bend. Then bring your palms down. This time you bring your left foot forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, plant the feet and reach the arms up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale, bring the arms up. Exhale, fold forward directly. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, and now this time you place your both feet back into a plank pose. And this time we're gonna go halfway down with an exhale. Your elbows are pointing backwards. Roll over toes, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause here. Reach your hips up and back. Your belly is in. Maybe you shake your head, yes or no. Then with an inhale, bring your right leg up. Exhale, plant your right foot next to your right thumb. Your left knee comes down, toes flat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale here. And then with an exhale, you twist to the right. Bring your left elbow on your right upper thigh. Look over your right shoulder. And then if you can, you bring your left toes under and bring your left knee up. Reach that left heel away from you. With your next inhale, you come to the center with the arms up, Vinyasa, high lunge. Stay strong. Last inhale. And then with an exhale, warrior two. Make sure your knees right above the ankle. You look over your right fingertips. And straighten your front leg. Reach that right arm backwards. And then reach that right arm forward. Reach it, reach it, reach it until you can't anymore, and then bring it down. The left arm up. Fingers are wide spread. And maybe you bring your arms alongside your head for some core strength. And then bring your arms back. Bring your left palm on your left hip. Bend your right knee. We're going into a half moon pose. And bring your right hand to the right corner of the mat. Your left foot is coming off of the mat. You flex that left foot. You really flex that left foot so that both legs are active. And then maybe you can bring your left arm up. And maybe you can even look up if you feel balanced. And then to come out, you very lightly step your left foot backwards into a warrior two. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, windmill the arms forward. Hands flat onto the mat. Into a plank pose. With your next exhale, you're coming halfway or all the way down. Inhale. Cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale. Downward facing dog. I'm a little bit out of breath. I've just been sick, so need to get that conditioning again. And then with an inhale, bring your left leg up. Exhale, plant your left foot next to your left thumb. Your right knee comes down, toes flat. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Inhale here. Exhale, bring your right elbow and your left upper thigh. And then twist from your belly, looking up. And if it doesn't feel good, you can always look down. And bring your right toes under if you can. And then bring your right knee up. Reach that right heel backwards. With an inhale, you bring your arms up on Vinyasa. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Your belly is in, shoulders relax. Maybe smile to yourself. And then come to a warrior two. So your back foot is parallel to the short edge of the mat. Outer edge of that right foot planted into the mat. And straighten that front leg in or reach backwards. And then reach the arm forward until you can't reach anymore and then bring it down. Right arm up. Open to all sides. To the feet, to the hands, to the head, to the hip. Maybe you bring the arms alongside your head for some core strength. And lift your arms down, bring your right hand onto your right hip, and then bring your left hand onto the left corner of your mat. Your right feet comes up. Flex your right foot. And then if you can maybe bring your right arm up. And if you still feel balanced, you can look up. And then to come out, very lightly step into that warrior two. Reverse, bring your left arm backwards. And windmill the arms forward. Plant your palms. Come to a plank pose. Do Vinyasa or straight to downward facing dog. So last downward facing dog of this morning, of this practice. Bring your knees onto the mat. To a tabletop pose. And then bring your toes under. And bring your hips towards your heels. Stretching the back of the feet. Bring your forehead onto the mat. You can reach your hands out in front of you. Then with an inhale, you come forward, toes flat. And open your heart. Cobra. Toes under and bring your heels towards your hips towards your heels. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, come back to a child's pose. One more time, inhale, forward, open. And exhale, toes under. And come back to a tabletop position again. And come to sit onto the front of the mat. Reach your arms out. And with an exhale, while you use your core, you very gently, under control, coming down. Yes. And bring your feet closer to your hips. And make sure you can touch the heels with the fingertips. Then plant your feet down and bring your hips up. Your knees and your feet are staying in the line with your hips, so hip width apart. Bring your hips up. Maybe you can roll the shoulders under and then interlace the fingers. Make sure you're still engaging that core, this back bend. Last inhale, coming up a little bit higher. And then let go of the fingers, roll your shoulders back, coming all the way down. Rest here for a bit in a neutral position for the spine before we continue. And breathe deeply. And bring your right leg up to the sky. Maybe you flex and point the feet. And then bring your right knee on your left upper thigh. You can stay here with bringing your right knee away from you. Your right foot is flexed. Or maybe you can bring your left knee towards your chest, wrapping your hands underneath the knee. And while you're bringing your left knee towards your chest, you're bringing the right knee away from you. Breathe into that hip. And then bring your left foot down, right leg up, and then plant your right foot. Left leg up, flex and point the foot. Then bring your left ankle and your right upper thigh. Flex that left foot, bring that left knee away from you. You can stay here, or maybe you can bring your right knee in towards your chest, interlace the fingers behind. While you're bringing that right knee towards you, you're bringing that left knee away from you. Bring your right foot onto the mat again. Left leg up to the sky and plant it down. Bring your hips up a little and then bring your hips a little bit to the left. Bring your knees towards your chest. You can bend the elbows and bring your arms into cactus arm, or straighten the arms and come into a T shape. And with an exhale, you bring your knees to the right. Maybe you look over to your left shoulder. You can always bring something underneath your knees. That's more comfortable. Make sure that left shoulder is onto the mat. And really breathe deep in the twist. Now with an inhale, bring your head and your knees to the center. Place your feet down, bring your hips up and bring them a little bit to the right. Then bring your knees into the chest. Exhale, bring your knees to the left. Maybe you look over the right shoulder. Bring your head and your knees to the center. Bring your feet onto the mat, bring the hips to the center. And stretch yourself out. One big inhale. And exhale out through the mouth. Let it go. One more time, inhale, stretch it out. And exhale through the mouth. Letting it go. And bring your knees to the chest. Maybe you massage the lower back a little. Do whatever you need to do. And then roll over to your right side. You can come up very gently to a seated position, a cross-legged position. Sit up tall. Bring your hands in front of your heart. Remember your intention. And be grateful for this day, for yourself. Bring your hands in front of your forehead. I'd like to thank you very much. Namaste.